to the Advocis podcast with myself, Kelly Gustafson, as host, and our guests today, my friends Herman Chan and Brandon Chapman. Welcome to this special edition of the Advocis podcast, our first episode since well before the COVID-19 pandemic. And today we'll be talking to the Advocis Technology and Innovation Committee. Brandon, Herman, and I are here to encourage all members to get involved. Lean into your community at Advocis. This is our industry, our association, so be part of the conversations that we are having. And we're going to let you know just how you can do that in this podcast. So in early 2019, Brandon and I, along with a few other tech-savvy advisors and Advocis members, got together as an informal task force to explore the impact technology was having on our industry, on our association, and on our businesses. And we ended up as founding members of what is called the Advocis TIC, taking over the leadership role for the Tech Task Force in 2020. Brandon chaired this group as it formalized into a full-fledged committee at Advocis in 2021. So Brandon, can you take a minute to tell us a bit more about who you are and what you're up to?
Well, Kelly, it's been an honor to work on this tech initiative with you, Advocis, and some of the best minds in our Advocis membership. I think that largely the industry wasn't ready for what was coming with the pandemic, but luckily we had started this important work prior. I'm actually a Vancouver-based certified financial planner, chartered life underwriter, and I've been in the industry for 8 years. Also built a fintech tool to address some of the client discovery needs of my own practice, and turns out many other advisors' practices across the country. Really excited to see what we can do together moving forward.
Brandon, thank you. It's really been a pleasure working with you from the beginning of this adventure, and we're going on to our 5th year, if you can believe it. I look forward to what we can only hope is many more years of collaboration, because I know I have learned a lot and appreciate your friendship along the way. So Herman, I remember interviewing you for a role on the task force, and what struck me immediately was that you could keep up. You had an upbeat attitude, you had energy and enthusiasm, all of those right ingredients, and both Brandon and I were immediately smitten, sold on your participation. So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Thanks, Kelly. You're too kind. I'm Herman Chan. I'm a fintech addict. I'm also a certified financial planner professional. I am a Canada Life field leader, father of 2. I love playing golf, love playing basketball, love watching sports, and it's been a very fun ride so far.
Well, I know that without a doubt, your contributions and leadership throughout your term as chair will be exciting and productive. And then a little bit about me, no longer an official TIC member. I have the privilege of having joined the National Board of Directors for Advocis, also known as the TFAC board. For those of you who love acronyms, TFAC is the Financial Advisor Association of Canada, and I am a director at large, also serving as the TIC liaison, as well as Saskatchewan PAC member, that's Provincial Advocacy Committee member. This is my 18th year as a member of Advocis, and in my day-to-day, I'm a senior business and innovation manager working with a cross-border licensed, full-service planning, insurance, investment, and group benefits firm out of Calgary called Now Wealth Management Solutions of Raymond James. And if that's not enough, my husband and I are in the midst of taking over an active family farm in Saskatchewan. So, Brandon, you're in the hot seat first. Let's dive into who the TIC is and how this team is associated with Advocis.
Well, Kelly, I didn't know about the farm, so you're certainly the most Canadian member of this group. The Advocis Tech and Innovation Committee, we really evolved from that research-based group you alluded to, the Technology Task Force. The timing worked out pretty well in that Advocis as a whole started to care a lot more about technology during the pandemic, just as our industry did. Thanks to a lot of the hard work from yourself, Rob McCullough, and members of the leadership within Advocis, technology started to be prioritized among the association. Integrating technology is no longer a nice to have in an advisor's practice, but a requirement for sustainability and success. Our team, it's made up of passionate volunteers, just like those of you listening in today. The group currently is made up of innovative advisors and industry leaders who are evolving the financial advice industry all in their own right. By joining forces and working collaboratively, we can elevate the advisor of the future with tools that the modern consumer expects. We've heard from members that the pace of new technology entering the market is overwhelming. And so, where can they start? While our role thus far has been to research, provide advice, and education to the membership. We now report directly to the Advocis board, but of course, we always appreciate any feedback we receive from advisors to direct our focus. And we certainly wouldn't be where we are today without the support of our talented staff team at Advocis, James, MC, Lucas, Fraulein, and many more. They've been crucial to our team's success and will be moving forward as well.
I agree. We would not be where we are without that team. All right, Herman, you're settling into your new role as the chair of the TIC. I have a two-part question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you originally join the TIC? What do you most look forward to during your 2-year term as the chair of the Technology and Innovation Committee?
Well, I've been an Advocis member since 2011. And I've thought about this for a really long time, but I really want to give back to the industry that has given me so much. And I was already researching a lot of new tech tools for probably at least 2 years prior to us getting to know each other, just to better support my advisors. I've been working with advisors for many years and across all spectrums and demographics and markets. I had a feeling early on that technology was going to play a big part in helping them move their practices ahead and help their clients better. And then back in August 2020, I came across an email in my inbox asking for new volunteers. The timing was right. I was pretty settled in my role at work, and I've come across some really good tools, and I really want to share that. So yeah, I replied. Ended up dusting off my CV. I interviewed with the two of you for a position with the team. Thankfully and fortunately, I was chosen, and the rest is history, they say.
And what are you looking forward to?
Yes. Really looking forward to working with the existing team, of course, as well as new members. We've got Tarsum from Planworth. We've got Prem from Hub Financial out in Vancouver. We also have a top advisor named Darren Ryan out in St. John's, Newfoundland. So we've got some new members that spanned the entire country. And I just also want to mention I'm very excited to have Brandon right beside me to continue leading the charge, and he's the busiest guy I know.
Me too. Okay, I'm gonna pose this question to both of you. Let's put some meat on these bones. Like, what's coming up for the TIC before the end of the year or in 2023? Any new projects or goals? Give us the skinny on what's happening in there.
Yeah, so we typically have a renewal cycle over the summer. So we recruited our new team members, and so they've been getting used to things and helping provide insight into the future of the TIC. Some immediate projects before the end of the year are consistent Advocis educational presentations. And so we just hosted one in Kingston. We've got one coming up in Toronto in a few weeks, and potentially a few more with some other local chapters across the country. These are opportunities to educate advisors on technology that can benefit their practice. We also offer some demos of some of the tools we found being really focused on the advisor and client experience. We've made a concerted effort to elevate many of these tools because we do believe that it is an important role of Advocis to not only advocate with regulators, but also advocate with the technology industry to support advisors so that technology isn't seen as being an opponent to advisor success, but more so a catalyst to enhance our success and overall improve the advisor experience with clients. New and existing team members are also working on enhancing some of our previous work, but I'll let Herman take that.
Thanks, Brandon. Just to add to what Brandon said, we're also participating in Financial Literacy Month, which is literally around the corner, with member and industry veteran Ray Adamson writing a piece on digital literacy. So look out for that in a few weeks. We're also actively reviewing new tech not found in the current DigiCat. So the current version is 2.0, came out just over a year ago, and we're looking out for new tools as we speak. One that we're checking out right now is a retirement planning tool. We've got member Charlie Conran from LDA doing that, while we've got two others that help advisors with digital marketing. So we've got another member, Zainab, helping us out with that as well.
Is there any more of a sneak peek into the DigiCat or the Digital Catalog 3.0 that you can tell us about? Like, what can members expect? Can you give us an ETA?
Sneak peek. That's a hard hitting question, Kelly. I thought this was the first episode.
Are you in the know?
Well, for all the foodies out there, if you haven't heard of the Michelin Guide, it's a big deal in that space. And as we're actually recording this episode today, Vancouver just launched their guide. So I'm really hoping the new version to be the Michelin Guide of Canadian financial tools. I want that to be that and much more. So stay tuned. In terms of time frame, it's too early to say. Maybe a year from now, we'll see what happens. But the idea is to have an easy to access list with quality tools created by the fintech community that will help members help more Canadians. I also want members to be able to comment and provide ratings as well. So if any members have any ideas, we are open to it. We want to make it the best possible resource for our membership and those that are out there that are not members yet.
Okay, so we don't have to wait a year to be able to access it. There's an existing one we're just waiting for an update.
Yes, that is correct. There is 2.0 that is available right now. You can log into your Advocis site, scroll down a little bit, and the link is right in front of you. It'll take you to a separate site, but no, it's accessible right now.
And just like a tech startup, the Advocis DigiCat started out as a PDF. It evolved into a digital platform, and it's going to evolve again. We see that this is going to be an iterative process based on feedback from the community, and each of you is part of that. So if you aren't connected with Herman and I or Kelly on LinkedIn, please add us. Follow what's going on, get engaged, share your input. The only way the industry evolves and gets better is if we all work together. If you have any feedback on the DigiCat, be sure to add Tarsum Bastron or Charlie Conron on LinkedIn and share your thoughts, because we really do listen to the Advocis community and take whatever you say into consideration when we decide what tools should be included in the DigiCat.
Thank you, Brandon. And Kelly, I'm actually going to take the mic over for the last question, okay?
All right.
Kelly, how does the TFAC plan to support the TIC in the year ahead?
Well, the TIC is the newest committee to Advocis. And in addition to what Brandon has mentioned, the composition of the TIC members include tech-savvy industry thought leaders and innovators who are really in touch with both worlds. And by both worlds, I mean the traditional approach to delivering financial services and solutions and advice, and then the tech-enabled or enhanced approach. So the TIC is a very modern committee of bridge builders who have a clear understanding of the challenges that advisors are facing, that organizations are facing, and they take a really proactive hands-on approach to solving some big industry problems. So their insight and their input on current concerns and issues around reg tech, insurtech, and advice tech, and their recommendations are really critical to supporting Advocis and the government and our regulators, as well as advisors in general and Advocis members across Canada. So having said that, the TFAC is invested in ensuring that all levels of Advocis, including the national board, the committees, the chapters, the members, the sponsors, are aware, are educated, and exposed to the expertise that the TIC has to offer. So we're facilitating connections throughout the organization, creating opportunities for members to engage with the TIC, promoting the work that's being done, like the evolution of the DigiCat. And for those that don't know, that's a curated digital catalog of best-in-class technology and applications that advisors are using right now. So outside of Advocis, TIC members are at the forefront of change. They're connected to and in touch with the players who are shaping the future of our industry. The Technology and Innovation Committee and the member contributions are really a critical cornerstone for Advocis and its members, and being engaged and involved with these conversations really ensures our relevance and sustainability in our industry. How's that?
Thanks, Kelly.
Woo! We support you. Okay, so can I take the mic back?
Sure.
All right, let's talk about calls to action. So, we're all the Modern Technology and Innovation Committee. We all know about those CTAs. So let's talk about those. What are your recommendations for anyone who wants to dig into this community, or more importantly, the TIC or technology? How do they get involved? Where do they start?
I'll take the first one. So first off, a lot of the research we've done over the last 6 years, you can visit the Advocis website, advocis.ca/TIC. Would love to hear your feedback. Next, if you get a survey request from the TIC, please fill it out. Better data from the community means we can focus on the right things that matter for all members. If you're interested in tech policy work, connect with our team member, Samuel Waxman, based out of Toronto. He's been working with some regulatory bodies and representing some of our work for the Advocis community.
Kelly, my call to action is very simple. If you're watching this, log into Advocis, find that DigiCat link, click it, go in there, check it out, and connect with all of us. Any of us.
Why? Why, Herman? Why? What's the benefit?
Why? It's definitely gonna make your life easier, and it may even improve your own experience as an advisor. But more importantly, it's gonna improve the experience of your clients and prospects, and it's a win-win for everybody. So go check it out.
Awesome. Okay. Quickly, before I wrap up, I want to briefly highlight that my experience as a volunteer with Advocis has been fantastic. I've participated in this community and it's helped me personally and professionally. I'm mentored by some of the greats, and I really enjoy actively contributing to our industry as it evolves. I'm proud of Advocis for being receptive and forward thinking, for rolling up their sleeves and adapting and being part of the evolution of our industry. I look forward to the continued commitment to ensuring the members have direct access to important and relevant conversations, education, advocacy work, resources, and the support that's available here. Herman and Brandon, I would like to thank you both on behalf of Advocis for your volunteer efforts and the time that you have spent helping to raise the bar for professionalism, and for sharing some information about the TIC, the upcoming projects for this year in 2023, and for supporting the relaunch of this Advocis podcast. And just as a reminder, you can access this podcast through Spotify and SoundCloud, or through our dedicated TIC page at myadvocis.ca/TIC, where you can get to know the committee better, learn more about the projects that are being worked on, and access the excellent resources that are available for the members. I'm Kelly Gustafson once again. Thank you for listening to the Advocis podcast.